In this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how you can handle the objection that clients say to you, which is, now's not the right time. I'm going to come back to you on this. Now, in order to handle this objection, you need to understand why this objection occurs in the first place. Because if you don't understand that, you're never going to be able to handle this objection. What you need to understand is the reason why this objection occurs is because it's not what they really mean, right? Let me give you a perfect example. If somebody tells you now's not the right time, I need to come back to this. Take this scenario out of you selling your product and put it in the place of you sitting down with a doctor and explaining to the doctor that now's not the right time for me to take this medication. You wouldn't tell that to the doctor if you truly believed that you had a problem that needed urgent solving. So what the prospect is actually really telling you is the fact that I don't believe that I have a big enough problem for me to come and spend this money with you, which is why it's not the right time. Because no matter what, if you're in a life-threatening situation with a doctor, you're sitting down with them and they said, listen, you got 7 days to live unless you take this medication. You might have to take a loan to be able to afford this treatment. You're going to go out there and take a loan because you understand the urgency of the situation. In the same breath, your prospects, if you build up enough urgency, they're going to buy, right? The question is, how do you do that, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say you're explaining to someone that they need to buy a website from you, okay? And they're telling you, well, now's not the right time. I'll come back to you on this, right? You want to dig deeper and asking them and say, look, I totally agree with you. I wouldn't believe if it was the right time for me either if I didn't understand how this website was going to help. Do you fully understand why now is the perfect time for you to have something like this? And more often than not, they might say something along the lines of, yeah, maybe. What you actually want to do at this point is you want to dig a little bit deeper, right? And you want to ask them, well, why do you feel like now's the right time? And then later on, you want to introduce a line of questioning to dig deeper as to why now is the right time and what's going to happen if they don't, right? I'll give you another example. If you were to go out there and someone said, oh, for example, now's the right time because I know it's important to have a website. You need to get more detailed with the specifics. So, Mr. John, let's say, for example, you have 10 people that visit your store every day. How many of those people are returning customers? John might say 1 person. Well, what happens to the other 9 people? I'm not too sure. Well, if you're not sure, and the average price that your customer is spending with you is $100, that's $900 that you're losing out on every month when those 10 customers walk in, right? Now, if you're not sure and you're losing $900 every single month, let's say you want to come back to me in 3 months from now. If you want to come back to me in 3 months from now, Mr. John, that's $900 a month that you're losing out on every single month for the next 3 months. That's $1,800, right? And every single month, your competition who also has a website for X niche is retaining those clients, right? So Mr. John, if I could guarantee you that I would get you even half those customers, $900 worth of clients, would it be worth you taking the time to understand how I can help you today? And the prospect will say yes. What you're doing is you're looping around. You're not taking the objection at face value for, I need to think about it or come back to you on this later. You're taking it a step further and you're saying, look, the reason or what's going to happen in between the next 3 months if you don't have what I'm basically offering to you. So you're building value around the thing again. And once you've built the new perceived value, you can now proceed to close a deal. Okay? So the next time a prospect asks you or says to you, well, look, I don't know if this is the right time. I might need to revisit this. Don't say, okay, but you should take this seriously now because of this. Ask them questions on what's going to happen if they don't have something like this. Link it to their business. And link it to a specific number, because remember, people buy on emotion and justify with logic. So you need to build an emotional case of them feeling stuck, them feeling fearful of losing customers, them seeing their competition perform a lot better than them, right? And then finally, the logic, right? How many customers in specific numbers they're going to lose and why your product is a steal compared to the pain of losing all those sales. And when you combine those and now say, look, John, do you now see exactly why now might be a better time to do this than 3 months from now? John has now shifted from his belief system to now agreeing that what you're offering him is perfect for the time right now. And then you can proceed to ask for the sale. And when you do it like this, you're guaranteed to close a lot more deals. I've used this in countless sales calls. I've looked at my closer sales as well, And several times if clients have said this is one thing that they've majorly failed to do. So next time you're on a sales call, use this. So look, if you've got tons of value from these objection handling videos, then there's something that I want to do very exclusively for you. Regardless of whether you're an agency owner, digital marketer, affiliate, coach, consultant, it doesn't matter what your industry is. If you sell a product that can help impact your clients and you want to make more money and a lot more sales and scale upwards of $50,000 to $100,000 a month, then I want to give you two choices because I believe in a fair exchange. I've given you value, and what I'd like in exchange is two things. Number one, for me, subscribe, right? So that I can help create more content like this specifically for you guys for free, right? The second thing is, if you want to work more closely with me, have me review your sales calls, take a look at your sales process and see where it's going wrong and things that you can definitely tweak to take it to the next level, then there's a link below that you can follow to get access to all my objection handling swipes in a nice, amazing membership area that you can share with yourself, your team, and even some of your entrepreneurial buddies, okay? And finally, inside of that, you have an opportunity to possibly schedule a one-on-one call with me if there's any availability left, that is. And once you do that, myself or one of my team members will take a high-level overview of exactly what's going on in your business with your sales and how you can rapidly increase the growth of your sales. So your competitors look at you thinking, fuck is this guy doing that I'm not? Or you're able to grow your business to the place that you've always wanted to get it to, but you just didn't know how. So with that being said, you've been amazing. I've been Mehdi, and I'll see you on the other side.